Yo, champ in the making. Surprised by all the glitz and glam? Saffron City is the biggest city in Kanto, and its gym gets a fair share of challengers too. You'll need a Pokemon that's at least level 45 if you want to stand any chance. Well, do you have one? Show me a Pokemon that's at least level 45 if you want to challenge the Saffron City gym. Let's go ahead and show him, I guess. Go on. No problem. That's a Pokemon that's at least level 45. Alright. Well then, fly off to meet the gym leader, Sabrina. Excuse me. Being super gassy as per usual. Hey everyone, it's CurlyHairedHero and welcome back to Pokemon. Let's go Eevee. So, last time we took on the, not an actual gym, but the fighting gym, the fighting dojo, I should say. And today we're going to take on the actual gym of Saffron City with Sabrina's psychic type Pokemon here. And we're going to have to go through all these annoying ass teleporters. We avoided most of this stuff in the, what is it called? Silphco building Team Rocket extravaganza nonsense that we had to do. Didn't really have to do with a lot of the teleporters there because I managed to get the key early on, which allowed me to just literally go floor by floor by floor by floor by floor and just go through it and just use the key to get through all the secret, or to take down all of the like locked walls or doors. I guess they're technically doors, but they're, in my opinion, more like fucking walls. But we were literally combed through floor by floor and not have to worry about the teleporters until the very end, where the only way to get to Giovanni is to use the teleporter. Wow, I can't believe after a Swords Dance, Drill Peck barely did any damage to this Slowbro. Like, I understand Slowbro is a very bulky Pokemon defensively, but Stab, Drill Peck after Swords Dance, I would think it'd do a little more than that, but alright. Let's go ahead and I guess, I don't know if there's a point in healing you. You're just going to take a bunch of damage again from a Psychic, so I'm just going to have to switch you out, I guess, going to max here. I don't really have any real good strategy against Sabrina. Psychic types are pretty powerful, I guess, in this game, since we only have the original 150 Pokemon, or I guess I should say 152 technically, because you can get Mew, and then there's also Meltan. But either way, it doesn't really matter, because there's not really a lot of Dark types. There is a good number of Bug types at the very least, so, you know, they can somewhat stand a chance. Or at least not so much stand a chance, but have super effective hits. So I guess it's more important, unless, rather than saying that there are a good amount of Bug types in this game, it's more important to focus rather on the Bug type moves that are available in this game, such as, you know, X-Scissor and U-Turn, Mega Horn. Just any three of those will probably completely annihilate any Psychic Pokemon that we run into, which is pretty much just going to end up being, you know, Kadabra, Alakazam, stuff like that. And the reason I bring those guys up is, while those guys are really strong offensively, they're extremely weak defensively. So hitting them with one of those really strong Bug-type moves will probably end up taking them down really easily. And for the most part, Bug-type moves are pretty easily learned by most Pokemon. Like, I know U-Turn's a move that I can teach to a good amount of Pokemon, and then there's also X-Scissor, which certain Pokemon can learn as well. Of course, I say that, and no one on our team can learn any of these moves, but we do also have, now that I remember, we do have our buddy Stingmon, who does have Bug-type moves, but at the same time, he's also a Poison-type. So I'll do that, actually. I'm going to add Stingmon to the party. Let's take out Kami-sama. I'm probably going to end up using Kami-sama next gym against Blaine. Let's use Stingmon because he's going to be pretty irrelevant for a bit. He's been pretty irrelevant for a bit since, we couldn't use him against Koga. Couldn't really do anything against Team Rocket since he himself is a poison type and a lot of their Pokemon were poison type, or he's just not able to do much to them. So we'll give him like his sort of last hurrah here. Let him see if he can take down all of these psychic types here. And of course, as soon as I say that, there's the ghost type, which is another type that you can use against Sabrina. The only problem is similar to our buddy here, Stingmon. They're also poison type, so they're also weak to psychic. So it's kind of like I don't want to say glass cannon kind of thing, but you're kind of both going all out at each other with no reservations, since you're both weak to each other, which I guess is okay. Other than that, I guess, like I was saying, you can use a bunch of bug type moves. There's also some dark type moves. I know I have like Dark Pulse and stuff. So in general, like, even though this is only using the first 150 Pokemon, it's okay, because that was the main issue that was existing in this generation, was that psychic types were really strong and there was really no way to counter them. The problem stemming from the fact that there were no bug type moves, there were no ghost type moves, which were the only types that psychic were actually weak against, and there were but so many of these Pokemon, so they had no stab moves, and at the same time ghost was weak to psychic as well, and then bug types just in general sucked. And I think the only bug type move that existed was probably like String Shot, and I don't think there was any actual like damaging bug type move now that I think about it. As opposed to now, like when you go back, even if you go into Fire Red and Leaf Green, there's just way better moves, which just fixes the balance on its own. Even though you're using the same Pokemon from those games, just adding new moves changes everything up, which is great. But speaking of, I guess, I don't know which part I want to segue from, but the thing that I wanted to talk about today is I wanted to complain again about the internet. So this is recorded post E3. So at this point, they've already revealed at E3 that instead of starting out the game, well, I'm talking about Generation 8, is it? Yeah, Generation 8 in the Galar region. Junichi Mishita announced that rather than having every single Pokemon available from the get-go, there's only going to be a subset of all of the Pokemon available for you to be able to transfer from Pokemon Home. These Pokemon that you can transfer from Pokemon Home are only the Pokemon that are in the Galar Pokedex. So that means, for example, in all the Pokemon games, there's like the national dex and then there's the dex for that region. Usually the dex for that region only has like 300 or something Pokemon, something like that. Only the Pokemon you can catch in that region. And then the national dex just contains every single Pokemon in the entire roster of Pokemon. So if you wanted to get a Pokemon that was not included in the Galar region, you would not be able to obtain it for some time. You are able to use Pokemon Home, which is, this new Pokebank feature, which is a cloud-based system that they're working on that is going to connect every single Pokemon game to one another, so you can trade within every single Pokemon game. This is supposed to include, this game, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and as well as Pokemon Go, the new Pokemon games, Sword and Shield, and the previous games like Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon and stuff. You're supposed to be able to trade in between all of those games. However, people got very upset when they discovered that they won't be able to trade all of their Pokemon, and they'll only be able to trade the Pokemon that are in the Galar region. Now, the thing with this is that the internet just got extremely upset about this. They don't even want to play Pokemon anymore just because, you know, you're not allowed to use every single one of the 900 or so Pokemon. I mean, there's 800 something, but I'm pretty sure by the time we get the full roster for the Galar region, we'll be, if not over 900, by 900. So I'm just going to say 900 to generalize. But everyone's upset that you don't have access to a full roster of 900 Pokemon as soon as the game comes out, which I think is completely fucking stupid. I think it's, well, let me clarify. I'm okay with the fact that there are Pokemon missing, because Pokemon has done that all the time. The regional decks for all the games never had every single Pokemon in the game, right? It always had 400, 300 Pokemon or something like that, which is more than enough Pokemon to, you know, play a Pokemon game for, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months or something like that. That's more than enough Pokemon for that, right? And then by the time that period of time is over, I am pretty sure that then you'll be able to get all your other 400, no, what is it? I said 300, right? So you'll be able to, after that period of time, get your other 600 Pokemon to have access to. You just have to wait a measly 3 or 4 months, maybe, probably only like 3 months, to get access to all your Pokemon, and that's it. But instead, the internet wants to lose its shit just because you won't have access to everything immediately, and you just have to wait a little bit longer, which makes me really upset. Like, I know Sword and Shield is going to be a cool game. It's going to be the first game on the Switch. It's going to be a new Pokemon game, so it's going to be fun. I'm probably going to have my issues with it later on, but overall, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a solid game, right? And then the fact that people just want to be all dumb and negative and, like, ridiculous just because of this one thing, because you can't have all of your stupid old-ass Pokemon, and they have to wait a little bit longer just to get their Pokemon. It just really frustrates me. But anyways, we're already here in front of Sabrina. I'm still trying to do my rule of only using the same amount of Pokemon as the gym leader. So I'm going to have to get rid of 2 Pokemon, because I'm pretty sure she only has 4 Pokemon. But I don't really know who to take out. I think last time we used Maxie, so I guess we'll take out Maxie from the party. And we'll take out Phoenix as well. So I'm pretty sure we use Phoenix. It's going to be a bit of a tough one, using here Madonna and Quiet, who are pretty low leveled. But well, I guess we'll give ourselves a little bit of a challenge. I don't think she's going to be that much higher level than us right now. We'll start off with Quiet, and we have Stingmon in our pocket, and Gohan, and then we'll see what Quiet and Madonna can actually do. So you've come. I've had a vision of your arrival. I've had psychic power since I was a child. It started when I carelessly threw a spoon aside and bent it itself into an unnatural shape. I dislike battling, but if you wish to, oh Jesus, then I will show you my power. I realize the game audio is probably a little bit low. Let's go ahead and turn that up just a smidge. Anyways, we're challenged by gym leader Sabrina with her fucking red-ass evil eyes. Holy cow. She's going to start out with the Mr. Mime. She has 4 Pokemon, just as I thought she would. Mr. Mime is fine. I actually couldn't do much with the Mr. Mime using... Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Stingmon can use Poison Jab, so he would have eaten through this pretty easily. But let's go ahead and try and use a Sword Stance here, see if we can boost up a little bit and maybe walk through all her Pokemon. Although I'm probably going to take a Psychic to the face. Nope. A Reflect. Well, that's unfortunate. I think Stingmon has... Brick Break, so that might not be that bad. Let's go for another Sword Dance. Let's be greedy here. We are faster than Mr. Mime here, who's not really a slow Pokemon, so might be faster than most of our Pokemon. Let's see if we can take at least 1 Psychic. Okay, we can take 1 Psychic. That's good. Let's see if we can just bum rush through her entire party with this drill peck. At least kill. Come on. How do you not kill Mr. Mime after 2 Sword Dance? That is bananas. 2 Sword Dance and you can't take down Mr. Mime? Like, I get it. Drill peck isn't the strongest move, but 2 Sword Dance. Mr. Mime has like no physical defense. That's absurd. Alright, well, let's go for, I guess, a body slam here. Should be able to take this psychic relatively okay, yeah. Just flatten Mr. Mime here and finish him off here. That's, wow, I need to give Quiet a butt ton of candies. Like, I know she's not a high level, but, you know, this Mr. Mime was only 43. He's only 1 level higher than her, so should be doing way more damage than that. Let's go for the Thunderbolt here against, okay, probably not. Gonna get wrecked by this Psychic. Alright, so we could go into Gohan, I guess. Let me just see. What type? Oh, okay, Buzzy Buzz is a special type move. Alright. Let's go into Gohan with his nice little thick ass glasses. And let's go for the Buzzy Buzz. I was afraid Buzzy Buzz was a physical type move, so it means that this Slowbro would have tanked it out. Even though he's tanking out the Buzzy Buzz pretty well. Didn't even feel like it was super effective, to be honest, but at least it's paralyzed. But I'm gonna get hit with the Yawn here, which is unfortunate. I can go for another Buzzy Buzz here, just about finish off Slowbro and then fall asleep. And then, oh, got the Para Hacks at the very least. Gonna fall asleep here. I can... Alright, let's just use an item just because you're paralyzed. Hopefully we can, maybe... Oops. Hopefully we can, the hell? Hopefully you'll get paralyzed again, or I'll just dodge your attack, because Gohan loves me ever so dearly. Nope, don't want to use another item. Want to go to fight and use Buzzy Buzz one last time to finish off this Slowbro here. So her last Pokemon remaining should be Alakazam, and I don't know what else she would have. She might have a Kadabra, maybe. Oh no, she actually has a Jinx. Alright, that's interesting. That shouldn't be too bad. Do I have the Sizzle Slide? Yes, I do. Sizzle Slide, nope. Gonna get hit with a Psychic. Wow, I just realized Sabrina floats when she sends out her attack. That's really cool. But, unfortunately, Gohan is way too fucking strong. Takes down the Jinx in 1 hit. Didn't even need Stingmon for this shit. I'm pretty sure I can probably finish off this Alakazam with the Sizzle Slide right here. So you're gonna take a sack of that. This might hurt a lot more. Oof. That hurt quite a bit, but I'm pretty sure this Sizzle Slide will just about finish off this Alakazam. It's gonna burn it, not like it matters, because it probably has Magic Guard. Oh, right, never mind. There's no abilities in this game. You're actually faster than me, so I'm gonna go for the Quick Attack. Stab Quick Attack might be able to finish you off. Yes, it does. Good fucking job, Gohan. You know, usually when we win a gym battle, we do that whole little high five with Gohan, and I'm always like, Gohan, you didn't do anything. But this time he actually did all the things, so pretty proud of him. This loss shocks me, but a loss is a loss. I admit I didn't work hard enough to win. She looks so disgusted, jeez. Your victory has earned you a Marsh Badge. Good shit, Gohan. Got the Marsh Badge from Sabrina. The Marsh Badge raises the level of Pokemon that will obey you to level 70. For Pokemon that you have received from another trainer. Please wait. Or rather, and wait. Please take this TM with you. We received TM33 for Calm Mind from Sabrina. This is Calm Mind. It makes a Pokemon concentrate to boost both its special attack and special defense in battle. Psychic power isn't something that only a few people have. Everyone has psychic power. People just don't realize it. Sure, I guess. Anyways. Be cool if I had some sort of psychic power, but I do not believe I do, unfortunately. But we do have a Marsh Badge and 6 badges now. which means that we are pretty close to the Pokemon League now. All we need to do is hop on over to Cinnabar Island, and in Cinnabar Island we can take on the 7 gym leader, Blaine. Thankfully, we have 2 things that help us make our way over there. One, we've already been there, so we've already gone through all the water routes and Seafoam Islands and all that nonsense, so we don't really have to deal with any of that anymore. And 2, we have the secret skill, I don't even know what it's called, to be brutally honest with you, but it's the one that lets Eevee fucking fly, so we can just hop on over there, use this item, and then we can just hop on over right over to Cinnabar Island over here. It's Sky Dash. Secret technique, Sky Dash. So we're going to hop off of our flightless bird, or stay on our flightless bird, hop onto our tiny little cat dog thing, and then fly all the way over to Cinnabar Island here. So that was easy. The only problem is that we actually can't challenge the gym right away. We actually have to find the key for the gym, which is inside the Pokemon Mansion, which is where we got our good old buddy Keelik. So we're actually going to have to actually explore the Pokemon Mansion next time. I'm still on a bird. Stay fresh.
Who's that Pokémon?
Squirtle.